Here we are with the all-new 2020 V-STROM. It's all new from the ground up, and the Suzuki engineers have really put some work into this new V-STROM 1050. One important thing about the new V-STROM, it meets Euro 5, and they've done a host of engine work, and it's actually producing more power. It's the same capacity, and it's actually more economical, more efficient. This thing is just much smoother than the previous motor. It's actually got a different torque curve. And one thing what I found was nice and free and revvy. We've been up through here, a lot of 40 km/h corners, and its ability to hold second and third gear, quite free revvy, sporty, and as I said, you know, really handles quite well. So I'm really happy with how the improvements have been handling today. One thing also as well with the new V-STROM I've found today, it's really equipped with a lot of additional features that you used to have to buy as an optional extra, now come standard on the V-STROM 1000 XT, or the cross-touring model. Some of those items included the centre stand, now comes with cruise control as standard. It also has drive mode selectors, so it actually has 3 drive modes, so that will allow for a full power, a smoother power, perhaps like if it's a dirt road, and if it's a wet and greasy condition, you actually put it in a C mode, which is the softest power. Still allows full power as a maximum RPM, but it's actually the delivery from the mid-range to the bottom is actually quite smooth. So we left the city today, and there was around about an hour or so of 100 km/h on the freeway. And one thing I really like is actually having the cruise control. It's so easy, you just set it. It's quite familiar as if you're in a modern car with cruise control. Set, you can toggle up and down. To disconnect cruise control, you just roll the throttle forward, and then that'll disenable the cruise control. I like riding with off-road boots on my V-STROMs, and this one here has the ability there to actually have a rubber top on top of the foot peg, or with a 4mm Allen key, you can actually just undo 2 screws. I've tucked them underneath the back seat, and then I can actually get a lot more grip with the serrated foot pegs. Gives me also the ability to get my boot underneath the gear lever as well. Today's adventure touring rider is always wanting navigation, and with the midst of apps and people using their phones, up the front here we've got a USB outlet, and then underneath the rear it's actually got a 12-volt charger, so you can actually be charging a battery pack or your phone or whichever. That's a great 2 outlets there on this V-STROM, which is really handy. The 2020 V-STROM 1050 XT comes in 3 colours. So we've got the yellow right here in front of us, we've got the striking red and white colour, and a black colour scheme. The V-STROM 1050 also comes in a base model, and that's priced accordingly because it's actually got a little bit less of the electronic rider aids compared to the XT model, but it still has the same motor, actually has the same chassis, it has similar wheels. The 2020 V-STROM now comes with engine bars or accessory bars as standard, so if you do happen to have a topple, your engine's protected. It does also actually have the facility there to mount the fog lights as well. So particularly in the past, that used to be an accessory that was close to $400 or $500. Now that comes standard on the V-STROM 2020. For those taller riders, there is the adjustable front screen, and that's quite easy. It's just a simple clip, and you can raise that up or down according to your height preference and the wind buffeting. So Suzuki have noticed that there's a big demand for adventure sports touring motorcycles, and what they've done is they've really put their heart and soul into making this latest generation V-STROM 1050. And in particular, our bike is designed and pitched as a sports adventure tourer, and that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays, and particularly the roads that are in and around Australia, this bike is well suited. It's very comfortable, so you can actually leave the city, ride for a couple of hours, be comfortable, and if you do decide to meander onto some of the dirt roads or moderate tracks, it's a very capable machine. The beauty of it as well, it's got big tank, it's got upright riding position, and it's extremely comfortable. One thing I really like about it, it's really fun as well. There is a range of accessories still for the V-STROM XT, including full alloy luggage, heated grips, fog lights, and then there's wheel decals. There's a number of other decals that come to mind for it, and you can fully customise your bike. What we'd recommend is you go to Suzuki Australia's website, suzukimotorcycles.com.au, select build a bike, build up your V-STROM, place your order, and get out on the road.